up on RMU Live, an RMU fraternity is raising money for pediatric cancer in an interesting way. Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton has tossed her hat in the ring for the presidential race once again. In an effort to get their current president impeached, Brazilian protesters are filling the streets. Next. Welcome back to RMU Live for Monday, April 13th, 2015. I'm Delaney Hassel.
And I'm Victoria Lomax. Here's what's happening now.
KDR is back at it next weekend with Bobby Glow to raise money for pediatric cancer. Let's take a look at last year's event.
This is Bobby Glow. Back there's Bobby Glow. Hey, thanks. It's for the Be Positive Foundation, which is to raise money and stop an end for pediatric cancer. It's for the Andrew McDowell Foundation, and his blood type is B positive. He died of pediatric cancer, of course. And yeah, Be Positive, that's our philanthropy for KDR. We've been planning this out for a year. We need to do like one big philanthropy event each year, and we tried doing this last year, but we didn't have enough funds for it. So I knew like paint party and like house music was like popular among college kids, so that was the main inspiration behind that. And I don't know, like the rest is just we all like got together, talked about what we need or what we need to do, and work together as a fraternity, do this all for the kids. I thought of like a dance marathon at first last year, but then like that's Penn State's thing, so think of something else. Like I said about how Dayglow and like paint parties were in or everything, so I came up with that idea for doing that. And it's Super Saturday, everyone's out having a good time. Like why not end the night off this way, end the semester off with this way. Nicholson Front Lawn, everyone knows where that is. Bobby Mania, that's where just like a good spot for everyone, I guess. How to get more people to come out to it, have like all the Greeks just like come and support. Like we try to support as much people as we can, and like everyone else supports, so on and so forth on that one. It's like a big event right now, so it's going to be coming for years to come, and more people the merrier, I guess. All my brothers and everyone that helped out, like everyone that came to all the bake sales, probably the Greeks, the GoFundMe account, everyone that's here, like we couldn't do this without anyone. Robert Morris University students, that's who I'd like to thank for that one.
Bobby Glow tickets are on sale in Romos for $10. The event benefits the Be Positive Foundation. You can learn more at www.bepositive.org.
Happening Wednesday at 7 p.m. on the Nicholson Front Lawn, Robert Morris University Interfraternity Council will be sponsoring Walk a Mile in Her Shoes. The high-heeled shoe event is part of April being Sexual Assault Awareness Month. Shoes will be provided and all participants will be entered to win Pirates tickets. Following the event, students are invited to the gazebo to participate and take back the night at 7:45 p.m.
On Saturday, Joe Walton Stadium was filled with supporters united in the fight against cancer as Robert Morris University hosted the Relay for Life of Pittsburgh West. There were a total of 23 student and community teams signed up and 289 participants. This year's Relay for Life raised $27,188.45. Relay for Life is the world's largest and most impactful fundraising event to end cancer.
An 18-year-old is recovering after being shot in the back after he offered a ride to a hitchhiker. According to police, Curtis Bell was driving with friends when he offered a ride to a man in the Penn Hills area Sunday night. The man then pulled a gun shortly after getting into the car, where the juveniles tried to wrestle away, the gun resulting in Bell being shot in the back. The suspect then fled the scene with the gun. Bell underwent surgery last night and no arrests had been made.
Today, Pirates fans not only have the team's home opener to look forward to, but also a free chicken sandwich. In recognition of Customer Appreciation Day and the Pirates home opener, participating Chick-fil-A restaurants in the Pittsburgh area are giving away one free chicken sandwich to any fan who comes inside the restaurant in official Pirates apparel. The offer is good from 10:30 until close, and no purchase is necessary.
It's a big day for Pirates fans with the opening game happening in just a few minutes, and fans can expect a lot of new additions to the ballpark. Walking in, fans will be going through metal detectors instead of being wanded, and for those of age, several new bars have been added outside of left field and behind Section 316. Also unveiled was the Pirates Business Center, replacing the tour theater space, and Pirates Outfitters will give fans access to an all-new official team store. Be sure to look out for the new food options and featured chefs at the park.
And it's going to be a great day for Bucko fans. 72 degrees, sunshine. Let's go Bucks. It's going to be a wonderful day. Unfortunately, I do have rain later in the forecast. Stay tuned. I'll give you the full details coming right up.
And for everything you need to know involving RMU news, sports, and arts and entertainment, be sure to check out rmucenturymedia.com. We have more news from around the world coming up after the break. A long-awaited made yesterday about the 2016 elections.
Plus, a woman with a love for basketball changed the world on and off the court. Next.
Here is my handle and here is my spout.
When I get all steamed up, then I shout.
Tip me over and pour me out. Oh. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Cheers. Take time to be a dad today.
Oh, look, a redhead.
Staring contest.
You still got it.
I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Grassroots supporters have been ready for Hillary for years, and the former Secretary of State announced yesterday that she is ready as well. CNN's Andrew Spencer reports.
A college student ran into Hillary Clinton at a gas station in Pennsylvania. With the Secret Service driving the van, she's traveling without the press from New York to Iowa. Other than her tweet last night, the road trip has been mostly incognito. Clinton officially announced her campaign for the 2016 Democratic presidential nomination in a video on Sunday. California Democrat Senator Barbara Boxer says she's over-ready for Clinton's campaign.
I think she brings to this every quality you'd want to have, and the Republicans are going to beat her up, morning, noon, and night. And I think she will stand up to it. She's been around the block a few times on this. And I think it will bring more people to her side.
Republicans are already trying to tie Clinton's policies to those of President Barack Obama.
I would argue that she empowered a failed foreign policy more than she stood up to it. And when she stood up to it, she was ineffective. So she owns his foreign policy. She owns his domestic policy. And the reason there's 20 Republicans running is that all of us think we can beat her.
Analysts caution the Democrat may be running an uphill battle.
At the end of 8 years, the natural tendency in American politics when parties have the White House for 2 terms is to look to the other party. There is an instinct for change.
But political analyst Ron Brownstein says more and more minority voters are joining the electorate, giving an edge to Democrats.
And it's just kind of shifting country versus time for a change. Those are the 2 big forces, the big tailwind and the big headwind for the Democrats in 2016.
Clinton makes her first official campaign stops tomorrow in Iowa. I'm Andrew Spencer reporting.
Over 3 million people viewed Clinton's tweet announcing her candidacy in just 1 hour.
Details are coming in about a shooting on the campus of a North Carolina community college this morning. Officials confirm 1 person was shot dead and a suspect is under control after police and a SWAT team responded to reports of a shooting at Wayne County Community College. We'll continue to update you with any breaking developments.
19 passengers were injured this morning when a megabus struck the back of a stopped semi-truck. The crash occurred in Indiana and the bus was traveling from Chicago to Atlanta. all injuries were reported as non-life-threatening. This was the 4th time a megabus has been involved in a crash in the state of Indiana since October.
There is no Lauryn Hill package.
College basketball player Lauryn Hill touched the nation with her desire to play the sport she loved while battling an inoperable brain tumor on Friday. Hill lost her life, but her inspirational story will forever be remembered.
History was made on Saturday as President Barack Obama met with Cuban leader Raul Castro at the summit of the Americas in Panama Saturday. After 60 years, the two countries are finally working toward restoring diplomatic ties, earning praise for the United States from Latin America.
Brazilian protesters are taken to the streets in an attempt to get their current president impeached, CNN's Shasta Darlington reports.
Taking to the street in protest across the country, frustrated with the tanking economy, but even more angry about a bribery scandal at the state-run oil company Petrobras, and the person they blame, President Dilma Rousseff. Now, here in Sao Paulo, this is really the heart of the protest movement. There's a sea of yellow and green, the colors of the Brazilian flag. It's a festive atmosphere, people singing songs, shouting, "Out with Dilma," and "Time for change." Listen to what a few people we talked to told us.
Half of the people here are here because we never voted for them. And we can just see now that why we didn't vote, so we have been wanting them out forever. And the other half actually has been betrayed by the president because everything she promised, she's not fulfilling.
I think to impeach legally, it's more complicated. That's why my suggestion would be that everybody should ask for the president to quit, because she could quit any moment, and this would expedite the whole process.
Now, according to a new poll, actually 75% of Brazilians support the protests, even if they're not out demonstrating. And more than 60% think that Congress should begin some kind of impeachment proceeding against the president. In reality, it's complicated. There are a lot of legalities that political analysts say would make it difficult. But protesters here say they're going to keep up the pressure. Nonetheless, these demonstrations are actually smaller than the protests we saw across the country last March, when about 1 million people took to the streets, raising the question, will these protests run out of steam before they achieve their goal? Shasta Darlington, CNN, Sao Paulo.
This comes as the result of recent corruption within the Brazilian government.
Coming up after the break, Matt has the latest news on the ice, the green, and the diamond.
The Penguins' playoff hopes have been fulfilled. Find out what's in store for them in the postseason.
And once again, we're talking about the Pirates opener forecast. It's going to be 72 degrees and sunshine. No rain today, but a forecast rain for tonight.
Looking for these? You drive Buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
To Maddie, congrats on paying off all those student loans.
Finally, right?
How'd you manage that anyway?
I started tracking my spending, changed a couple of habits.
Wow, I'm kind of living paycheck to paycheck right now.
I don't even know how I'm doing it.
Well, have you tried saving a little?
I want to, but where's that money going to come from? Bill collectors, they're the worst. Am I right?
Okay, cool.
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
Not home.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Welcome back to RMU Live. I'm Matt Merlino, and I'll be bringing you this week's sports wrap-up. Saturday marked the Pittsburgh Penguins' final regular season game. With a playoff spot on the line, the Penguins rolled into Buffalo on a 5-game losing streak that the last-place Sabres proved to be no match for the struggling Penguins. Brandon Sutter notched 2 goals, while Marc-Andre Fleury picked up his league-leading 10th shutout of the season to propel the Penguins to a playoff-clinching 2-0 win. The Penguins finished the season with 98 points and will be facing off against the President Trophy-winning New York Rangers when the first round of the NHL playoffs begins Thursday night. In other hockey news, after battling for the NHL point lead, Penguins captain Sidney Crosby was unable to reclaim the Art Ross Trophy for a second consecutive season after the Dallas Stars captain Jamie Benn put up an electrifying 4-point performance on Saturday. Benn recorded his second hat-trick of the season and added an assist to finish the season with a league-leading 87 points, which marks the lowest scoring total since the NHL expansion in the 1967-68 season. Going from the ice to the greens of Augusta, the Masters teed off this past Thursday, and Jordan Spieth came out swinging. Literally, the 21-year-old phenom took a commanding lead with his Day 1 performance and never looked back. Spieth maintained his lead for all 4 rounds and finished at 18 under, tying a Masters record en route to his first major tournament victory. With the win, Spieth became the second youngest golfer to win the green jacket, ranking behind only Tiger Woods. Now over to the Diamond, as the Pittsburgh Pirates will be playing their home opener today at PNC Park in just a few minutes. The Pirates look to rebound in front of the hometown crowd after beginning the season with 2 wins and 4 losses. That's all the time we have in sports. What's the weather for the game looking like today, Jordan?
As I mentioned earlier, we should be looking at sunny skies for today. Tomorrow, more sunny skies. This forecast for tomorrow is going to be a little bit complicated because there's going to be some sunshine possible, but mostly cloudy conditions because we're going to have some rain tonight. Let's jump to the 5-day forecast because there's a lot to talk about. This late day shower PM forecast chances, I really don't think it's going to be too big with thunderstorm. Now, if you remember last Thursday, we had severe thunderstorm watches, 2 tornado warnings. We had downburst actually reported. No tornadoes were reported, but it definitely started off the severe weather season pretty well. If you follow me on Twitter, you saw a lot of my radar updates, a lot of the forecast updates. Definitely a great place to check out on social media, especially when severe weather happens. Thunderstorm chances tonight are low. Gusty winds are likely, 72 today. Windy with a low of 50 for Tuesday. Sunny skies, mostly cloudy. 61 for the forecast, 45 for the low. Could bump that temperature down just a little bit with the cloud cover. Wednesday, sunny skies, 61, low of 50. These temperatures are going to be warm, mild. Thursday, Friday, more chances for rain though. I'm going to keep the chances low right now, a little bit of a disturbance system. As you see, our temperatures are warmer. That 50-degree temperature in the low, I'm probably going to bump up by the end of the week. I think Friday is going to be our cold front because what we're going to be seeing is for the weekend, cooler temperatures are going to be happening. That's all I got for you guys. Have a great day.
Breaking news, the Alquippa schools are on lockdown after a man with a gun was in the schools. The mayor tackled the teen with the gun and the lockdown has been lifted at 12:30.
That's all we have for RMU Live today.
We'll see you next time.